If there's anything I really love about the grocery budget arena, and today we're going to narrow it down to our food budget, is that we have a ton of flexibility in this department. Am I right or am I right? Let's talk about these things and ways that we could save, and I'll be back in a minute. Good morning. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City, channel name Jan from New York City Saves Money. I love helping folks keep some more of their own hard-earned money, including myself. How you doing today? We're still in the throes of the baby, teensy weensy, itsy bitsy brand new year 2024. Are we going to make this a really great year? Yeah. Yes, we are. Yeah. Stay with that momentum. Don't lose that momentum. Going to make this one of our best years ever. And I know we can do it. You could do it, and I can do it. All right. One of the things that I said right before the intro is that one of the things that I love about the grocery budget, I'm going to narrow it down today to the food budget specifically in that arena, specifically this morning, is that we have flexibility. And I was thinking along the lines of how can we make next month's food budget better? Well, one of the things that I came up with is that one of the ways we can make next month's food budget better is by having a better budget this month. Yeah. All right. So we are still in the beginning of the month, thankfully. And this is where we have our still clean slate. And by now, we're all done with the heavy meals and the free for all eating. And, not everyone did that, but a lot of people did. And sometimes it's just like, you know what, we're just ready to start fresh and anew. Let's talk about fresh produce. This is one of the things that, unfortunately, and I have to say, unfortunately, can get wasted, turn into food waste. How? If you're not using up your fresh produce fast enough. Now, that doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. That just means that there's a truth to it, that for whatever the reason, either your family doesn't care for that item too much or you can't eat it fast enough, then that tells you something. That's a signal. Why buy 5 pounds of apples? I'm just going to use this as an example. Why purchase a 5 pound bag of apples if you have a less than 1 pound appetite for apples throughout the month or the couple of weeks that you're shopping? I'm just being real here. Yeah, it looks cute. Yeah, that's what they say. Make sure you eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. And for the most part, that makes sense. But you could go to the next best reasonable facsimile. You can get frozen fruits and vegetables and use them as you go along. This avoids my least favorite thing in life, food waste. I'm very adamant about that. What some people consider garbage is someone else's Thanksgiving meal. I mean that. And for people to be very wasteful of food, it's just downright wrong. Not to mention, it's also a waste of money. So we don't like wasting food. We don't like wasting money. Am I right or am I right? All right. So only you can determine, do you eat up these fresh fruits and vegetables in a timely manner? Okay. And that includes things like, lettuce, stuff like that. Sometimes people buy those bagged salad, makings. I normally do not. I rather cut it up myself freshly. I don't really necessarily trust bagged salads. That's just me. I'm just saying. All right. But sometimes people leave those bagged salads in their fridge so long they develop like a funny discoloration to it, and it looks like time to say bye bye. I'm laughing, but it's not funny because that is actually food waste. So do whatever we can to avoid food waste. If you see something turning, about to turn, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get rid of it. You can use it, but hurry up and do something with it. Do a casserole, do a soup, do a stew. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference in the world. So stop wasting money on fresh produce that you're not going to use. You have to be honest with yourself. I'm just saying. Okay, convenience foods. Now, I say you should have a couple of convenience foods handy in the freezer for just in case to avoid the temptation. Listen, if you're struggling on your budget, do you really have it in your budget to go out to eat often? I'm not talking about never, never say never. Once in a while, if you can do it, of course. But to make that your mainstay, some people say they save money eating out. I'm sorry, I don't see where that's true. If you do the actual math, I'm sorry. I bet I can make triple the amount of meals with the money that is spent on having dinner out. But that's just me. That's how I feel. And that's what works for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Probably yes. And what do I mean by being ahead for next month? Okay. Next month, you could be ahead by saving some more budget money on food this month and looking ahead. So we could do certain things. All right. One of them is not having convenience foods as your mainstay meals. Now, I do like to keep, sometimes they sell, many times, the smaller version of a pot pie, not the best tasting one. You could probably doctor it up or make your own. I love chicken pot pie, for example, a turkey pot pie. And sometimes those go on sale for as low as $1. So let's think if I could buy that for just $1, and I know it's $1, it's already done. So I'm saving time. But what I'll do in a case like that, I will buffer up that meal by having a little bit of a garden salad or some vegetables extra on the side for a very inexpensive meal. For example, let's say that once a week, I know that certain nights or days of the week I'm busier than others. Okay. I like to have some sort of convenience food that doesn't cost a lot of money and I could doctor it up, like I just mentioned. Then I'll say, you know what, Jan? Let's just say if a person is working for themselves, okay, then I will have 4 pot pies handy dandy in the freezer for the month. Okay. Then I know guaranteed for the month that that is there. I'm not overtly buying. I'm not picking up phones for people to come and deliver things. I'm not spending extra money on tips. This is where people make their biggest mistakes. They're always spending extra money on tips. Now, let's see. Okay. Now, this is what people recommend, and I've done it myself. Not only in the grocery store, when you're actually in the grocery store, people say put whatever you want in your cart, that's on your list. You might find something else. But before you hit that cash register, if there's a way that you could calculate what you threw in there, the number, and then go in that cart, say, wait a minute, this is not a want. I mean, this is not a need. Excuse me. This is not a need. This is a want. I'm not saying never, ever, ever in your life give in to an occasional want. That's not realistic. That's just not realistic. But when your wants overcome your needs, you know what I'm saying? That's where it's a prob, a big prob. So just walk away and take out the things that you thought you needed but were really wants. Sometimes it takes analyzation for a minute or two. Excuse me. Or looking at the estimated number that you would see at your checkout stand. If that number is not matching your food budget, put it back. Put it back. Just saying. Just saying. Now, you don't only have to do that at the actual grocery store. This can be done easily online for online shopping. So you put everything in your little pictured cart on your online store, and then you look at the number. You will get the subtotal. You will get the total, and you look at it and go, ooh, am I happy with this? Or yes, I'm so really happy with this. Or no, this needs improvement. That's when you like step away, literally step away from your computer 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding you. Get a breath of fresh air, take a walk, go outside, open the door, whatever. Stand on your porch. I don't care. Then go right back. You're clearing your mind for a second or two, and you're looking at it, go, wait a minute. I really don't need this. Okay. All right. That's good. Now, when it comes to the next month, what am I talking about next month? When you're making whatever meals that you have decided to make, okay, make extra. You're there making that meal anyway. Make extra and reserve that meal and freeze that meal and label that meal and quote, end of quote, manufacture your own meals ahead of time, even putting away as many as for a week's worth of meals into next month. This is where you're going to find the incredible savings for when you go to the grocery store next month. You do take an inventory, right? Before you go to the grocery store each month. I'm just saying, whether I say month, some people shop every week, some people shop every 2 weeks, whatever. Okay. The thing is this, you do assess what you have versus what you need. That is a huge step. Don't forget to do that, because this is an area of which people forget to do. They forget to assess. They forget to assess their actual needs. All right, now, okay, so if you're going to make the food, make extra, label it, and put it away. All right. When it comes to meat, cook it ahead of time if you could. Make meal components. Okay, a lot of people like, well, they buy their convenience chicken that's done up. Nothing wrong with that. If it's not the mainstay, like we went over a little bit ago. But who's to stop you from preparing your own chicken ahead of time, doing it the way you like ahead of time, wrapping that up, all cooked, all done up, that one day all you have to do is take it down from the freezer and give it a quick heat. That's it, heat it up. There's nothing better than a heat and eat meal. I have no problem with heat and eat meals. Having components done, like the ground beef or the ground turkey. Okay, what you do with that is you saute that, make a bunch of it, put those, cool it down, put those crumbles away, and not have to spend extra money on somebody else making the crumbles and you spending more money. You have your own crumbles ready for whenever you want them. Crumbles on top of your lasagna, crumbles inside of an omelet, crumbles inside of a sandwich. Yes, I've done that too. I've taken the crumbles back down, heated it up. I put in a little bit of garlic or onion powder, a little bit of melted cheese on top of it, and I made myself a crumble sandwich. It was good. Get creative. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So these are the little things that we could do. And if we do these things consistently over time, you're going to see your grocery bill go down. And that equals savings, true savings. Couldn't we use the money for the future, for other things? Sure, we can. So take advantage of the one arena of which we have tremendous flexibility. I really, really mean that. I really hope that you guys take this to your advantage and do it. But please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So I'll just show you this little video clip to remind you. The simple act of clicking like makes a tremendous difference to how my channel could grow. I oftentimes don't remind folks to click like, but it's really important that you do that, because to click like shows YouTube that, well, this kind of video and this kind of information is for you. The higher it ranks, the better it ranks. They know it, I'll know it, and we can make better videos and grow this channel. Thank you so much for your time, and I really do appreciate every single one of you. Have an amazing day.